Right. Okay, so let's do the pledge. Let me change the screen here to. We'll do it this way. There's still more there coming in. Oh,
Coming. Okay.
okay. That's the going to share screen again, but this time I'm going to bring up the pledge and go, mute your mics. That'll help us all how save the confusion. If someone will lead us in the pledge and the oath and the law, we appreciate it. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Scout oath.
On my honor. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout law, a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Right, very good. So we'll stop there. Okay, welcome to the roundtable tonight. Sure glad to see all these great faces out there. The agenda shows that we start off. So Dr. Margot may be busy. We want to go ahead and give them the opportunity to uh, tell us about what's going on in the council and their health.
Everyone, thanks everybody for coming. It's great to see. It's a great turnout. I'll be real quick. I've got to go to my president's meeting, and that's actually right now. So overall, we're still seeing flu. We're still seeing a little bit of COVID. Each week's a little bit different. These for what we're seeing. Just the people that are vaccinated have done the best. So if you haven't been vaccinated against flu, COVID, go and get those if you can. Otherwise, take your vitamin C and try to stay away from sick people. Wear your mask if you need to.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Bye, everybody.
Be careful, sir.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to talk. We start off with a safety moment tonight that I want to bring your attention in our area. We have the opportunity to play in the sand dunes, and this is you're recommended to at least some part in your meeting and before events to use the safety moments. I'll show you. Hopefully my screen's showing them, but right now under scouting safety is safety moments, and so there's a whole list of them, and one of them is to talk about I hope this is changing, dangers of leaving scouts unsupervised, sand dunes, and digging in sand dunes, Gage's story. And says that tragedy struck our scouting family on September 29th in 2018. A 12-year-old scout, Gage Wilson, was with his troop on a weekend outing at the North Point County Park in Van Buren County, Michigan. North Point County Park is a large series of sand dunes along the Lake Michigan shoreline. Unfortunately, Gage was left alone without adult supervision for another buddy scout digging in an area of the dune not visible to other scouts playing on the sand dune. It appears he was laying or sitting in the dugout he made when it collapsed on him, leaving his head and torso buried by the sand. Efforts to save Gage were unsuccessful, and he died later that day. This is not the only time digging, excavating has affected our scouting family. In September 2008 and in 2012, other incidents occurred while digging in sand dunes. In one, a sand cave collapsed, killing a youth In another, the youth was dug out of the sand and survived. Sand dunes can collapse unexpectedly, so it's important that scouts, adult volunteers, and adult supervisors or supervision understand these dangers and prepare for outings where sand dunes may be in the area. Excavation, digging caves, creating places to sit in a sand dune, or digging tunnels into earthen mounds are not part of the scouting program by design and are prohibited. Please do not put youth, yourself, or others at risk by such activities. Scouting's buddy system is two deep adult leadership requirements exist to prevent both abuse and safeguard against tragedies like these. Adult leaders, please emphasize the buddy system in the unit planning and training activities. Also, adults should supervise youth activities. Two deep adult supervision by registered adult leaders, 21 years of age or over, are required for all scouting activities. This includes patrol activities. These enhanced requirements have been in effect since October 2018. Buddies must stay together during activities. What can you do? Share this story before your next outing, especially if the area in which you will visit includes sand dunes, lake shores near a sand dune, or hill or sandy soils, or has history of cave digging. Supply two deep adult leadership supervision of all scouting activities, including meetings. This may mean extra supervision is needed for multiple patrol, den, or crew activities. Utilize program materials. The Guide to Safe Scouting, the checklist to plan, identify, assess, and mitigate risks on your next outing. Also, there's a Guide to Safe Scouting, prohibited activities list, scouting, camp out safety checklist, and the Scouting Magazine's Buddy System blog. So these are all important to us, and it's encouraged that you do use these, and would hate for there to be an accident at all. So that hopefully was helpful to you, and we wanted to provide you with that just as a sample of how important it is. Patty, I've got down here recharter resources. You want to talk about that? I can show you the latest report I have on recharters.
Okay, sure. Good evening, everybody. As you all know, our recharter was due 2 days ago on the 31st. And although we've been encouraged them a lot of people to please recharter on time, this is very important. We still have troops. Whoever did recharter on time, thank you very much. We really appreciate your effort and your commitment to the program. But we still have a lot of units that have not, they're on the process or they haven't started. So please, if you have any concerns, questions, please give us a call. The system has been updated to do it very technological friendly. So the major things is if remember, if there's no YPT with one of your or something, it won't let you recharter. So you need to be very careful that all your adults are YPT, that all the information is okay, and submit. Please, the commissioners, we're still on hold. We're still on call regarding recharter. I don't know if Mr. Henry, you have the notes or the status of the recharter as of today?
Sure do. That should be showing now.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Okay, like you said, we're 55 total units in the whole council, and we still have 33 in process, 9 that have not started, 8 that just initial, 2 that are waiting some charter of organization and signature, and 23 on hold. We have 13 that they already posted. That means that they're clear, that they're ready. The other ones, they're still on hold or waiting for something. Maybe you will get an email or a call regarding what is getting you on hold. Maybe something minimum like a phone or an email or something, but still, please make the effort to turn in as soon as possible. That will save a lot of time, not only for you, but remember, if you are not a recharter, your scouts have no input in their advancement. We cannot put them in the advancement. So please do this as soon as possible. Reach out to us. We're still on the call with all the commissioners. Any questions, just ask. Thank you.
Yeah, don't hold up the recharter just for one person. That can happen. That can go ahead and later on. Everybody deserves to have their unit rechartered on time. So get in what you've got. I see a hand up. Go ahead.
Just a question for those units that don't have a charter partner or might have issues finding a charter partner. Is the council registering those units? Like, can they be council sponsored units?
Let's see if Rudy is available to answer that. Rudy, are you or you can hear?
Our legal counsel is recommending that the council does not take on that liability right now. And so there has to be a charter partner like a Rotary Club, a school, a business that charters the unit. So right now, no, the council is not chartering units.
Okay. Rudy, you have any other comments before we go into our breakout rooms? You're cutting.
The number. Can you hear me?
You're cutting it in and out.
The number one reason is insurance. If you're having activities and someone gets hurt and they're under the assumption that you recharter them and that they're covered by insurance, then that wouldn't be good. So make sure that you don't have, if you haven't rechartered, and because it expired on the 31st, if your recharter expired, please don't have activities, even if it's at a park, because if someone breaks an ankle, gets injured, they have to go to the hospital, they don't have insurance, then the council, they're not covered by the council. So make sure that everyone is rechartered and that they renew their membership. If there's any issues going on, shoot me an email. Mike Blakemore is helping find charter partners through Rotary clubs. We've had success with several units that have chartered through the Rotary clubs. It's being passed on by the governor for the entire Rio Grande Valley for Rotary Club, for them to go ahead and sponsor Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and venturing and exploring. And so we do have the support from the Rotary Club for any organization that wants to be sponsored by the Rotary Club. And there's Rotary clubs throughout the Valley. Mark Blakemore is our main contact there. And so work with Mark to be able to communicate with those local Rotary clubs so they can recharter the unit. But please, like I said, if you're not rechartered and there's no membership, and the way you're going to be able to tell if there's no membership is if you try to go online and look at people's profiles and submit advancement and you're locked out, that means you haven't renewed. So please don't go out and have activities. And even if it's down at South Padre and you're driving and someone gets in an accident and they don't have insurance, then they're going to be paying out of pocket. And so please make sure that you let the parents know that they're not rechartered, that you're working on it. And as soon as you get rechartered, their membership will get renewed. And we're back to being covered by insurance and being able to enter advancement. I had one young man who wanted to submit his Eagle application and some other paperwork, and we were not able to do that because the unit did not recharter. And so the parent called the scoutmaster to find out what was going on, and he had to help the scoutmaster input that information just so they would be on time, and he would be able to enter all his son's information into the system. So please, there's kids earning advancement. Let's not hold up, like Mike said, the recharter for one or two people. If you don't have money, and it's not that much, send me an email. I'll talk to the board and see if we can, gather some money and help pay for the recharter, and then you can pay the council back later when you collect the rest of the money. So we'll be able to help. We just don't have money to help every unit, but I'll look for money to help, one or two units that, for whatever reason, they don't have the money.
Thank you. Folks, we usually go into a breakout room. Hopefully we can get somebody there to kind of moderate each one of the breakout rooms. But again, remember to put your unit on, the type of unit and the unit number on the on your name, so that we can see what units are here and recognize you with the cha-cha-cha-cha-laka and cha-cha-loco. Chacho, cha-cha-laka, and cha-cha-cha-cha-laka. So we're going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms. If you can,
Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
One thing before we go, we have a very light registration for the council banquet. And so we're going to move it up to March, the first Saturday in March. Okay. Some of the committees are still working on nominations, and so they need a little bit more time. And we want to give people another week just to, because this last 2 weeks, 3 weeks of recharter, a lot of units have been focused on that. And so we do want to give the units one more week to be able to sign up for the council banquet. So it's going to be the first Saturday in March.
So those of us involved in Wood Badge will have a problem with that date.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's for that one. It was as the quartermasters and essential personnel up there.
Okay.
So we should down the hill. We should be good already.
All right. Okay.
So Mike, if you can make that change, and then we also need the units to submit their spark plug awards. There's a lot of parents and leaders that are helping out there, with running activities at the pack and troop level and moving the trailer around and helping with snacks. And they're just those helpers that we don't really ever recognize. So if you have some of those volunteers and parents, fill out that spark plug award and get them there so we can recognize them in front of the entire council. The banquet will be at the new dining hall here at Camp Perry. And so, we're going to have Ruby cooking, and Luis Miranda's going to be helping with the barbecue pit. And so we're going to have some good home cooked meals. And again, if you have a family that does not have the money to attend the council banquet, let us know. We'll find some camperships. We had some donors donate for Wood Badge. And so that's more expensive. I think that's like 200 and how much is that, Mike Hall or Mike Henry? How much does Wood Badge cost?
290.
290. And we had some volunteers that stepped up and are helping other adults that need the help. And so let us know. There's always that person that really needs the help and they want to attend an activity. Let us know and we'll make sure that they're here. Everything's kept confidential. We don't share, we don't make it public. And so let them know, because sometimes they're shy and they just don't want to let people know that they need the help. But if you know there's a deserving scout or family that really wants to be there, let us know and we'll give them some scholarships. Thank you.
Just to expand on the Wood Badge, we will talk about it possibly later, but the Wood Badge course has made. If you've been holding off, make sure that you know that once you you go ahead and register. In other words, we have the 30 and 30 days already. In fact we have 35 as of today. So you can go ahead and register if you are, or you're the members. Let them know that go to the webpage and the calendar, and you'll see Wood Badge registration on there, and it's through the South Texas Council for the registration. But we're a go, and so we need more. We want to get 48.
One last thing, Mike. Patty Garcia, Chris Boswell, Mayor Boswell, and Roger Mantoni and myself, we attended a regional conference in Houston. The number one topic there was safety. Safety was the number one issue that we talked about. And so please, like Mike said, keep safety number one. Even from like checking the trailer, the tires on the trailer, where you don't have a blowout. The number one issue that we have across the country with insurance claims, the majority of those claims come from car accidents. And please make sure that you're driving up to Dallas or some other place, Oklahoma, Louisiana, that you follow the rules of, not driving more than 10 hours, and that you make sure that people have insurance, whoever's pulling the trailer, whoever's taking the scouts, check all the paperwork. We do have, across the country, the number one insurance claim that gets submitted to BSA are car accidents. And we're at the conference. We also talked about the membership plan. Francis Scouting was another big issue. And so we're partnering up with other councils also to offer trainings, to offer activities, just like the Corpus Christi. They were not able to make their Wood Badge, and we were not able to, have our own Wood Badge. So I reached out to the Scout executive over there, and that's how that happened. And so we're going to keep doing that. We want to make sure that we offer all those opportunities. And the best part, you get to make new friends from Corpus or Laredo or Victoria, some of those places that are covered by the South Texas Council. And, they're just volunteers and scouters from other parts of the state. And so we'll keep having those collaborations between the councils to offer more program and trainings for the scouts and the volunteers that we serve. That's it, Mike. Thank you.
Right. Well, the breakout room is open. So you can go ahead and join. Come back to us at 7:50, and we'll go through the activities we know about.
Please don't forget to put your unit number besides your name, please.
If you need help getting into a breakout room, let me know, please. Who you are and where you want to go. Anya. Enrique hasn't joined yet. Okay.
You want me to go to the Cub Scouts, Mr. Henry?
Not hearing back from anybody. I'm not sure if anybody's there to moderate,
Okay.
but like I said, I don't hear back from folks, so I don't know if I've got folks to run the shows or not. So if you want to drop in there, you can always come
Okay.
back. Mr.
Okay.
Enriquez, yes, sir.
Mike, yeah,
Yes,
there's
sir.
one, I guess, in the waiting room, Mr. Enriquez.
Yeah, I've invited him to the Cub Scout. Oh, he went to Cub Scout. Let me change him to Scouts
True.
PSA. Maybe there you go. Hopefully that should get him into it. He's been invited.
Is there any way you can move them?
I've sent done what I could over here. I invited him to go to it, and he just has to click on the button to accept it. There's no other way for me to move him.
Mr. Enriquez, if you can hear us, please accept the invitation to go to the troop section for Scouts BSA leaders. I think you're right now in the general room, so you need to click on accept the invitation to the Scouts BSA.
Looks like you got it. Okay, and we are
Okay,
recording.
good.
Yeah, the
Yes.
recording stays here in this room.
How's Mike? How's are the chairmen submitting their dates?
Nobody respond. You saw my last email. Nobody has responded.
Okay,
So I don't know what's going on.
well, I think a lot of people like I know Rick Legier got a new job and he's swamped with his new job because he lives in Port Isabel, but his job is in McAllen.
Oh my goodness.
So imagine having to drive 4 hours every day back and forth.
Yes, at least it's not into the sun. Folks
Yeah.
up here that work in Harlingen or Brownsville, they go into the sun in the morning and the sun in the evening.
You know,
But
but straight out of college, I had one of those jobs where I would drive 2 hours one way and then 2 hours the other way if there was no accidents in Houston.
yes.
And I started doing the calculation. I started doing the calculation on how much time I would spend in traffic if I lived up to like 75 years of age. It came out to like 12 years of my life would be dedicated to sitting in traffic. And I was like,
Yeah,
you know what? Life's too short to be stuck in traffic for 12 years of your life.
especially in that traffic there in Houston.
Yep. So I didn't last too long in that job. I was like, I'm not going to do that forever.
Man.
Let me show you the. You're the only one that will see this besides the volunteers helping out here. This is
Well,
the.
we're recording, so
Yep.
Okay.
But right now, you'll be the only ones. Later on, when people are seeing, this is the old kitchen.
I'm seeing your email. Sorry.
You're seeing my email?
Oh no, that was my email popped up. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. What's going on there? This is the old
Kitchen.
dining
The
hall?
old kitchen.
Oh,
Yep,
kitchen.
The kitchen. There's a kitchen.
Wow.
Everything's gone. This is the old wash station.
Right.
Okay. And so we've had volunteers out here looking, helping. We are looking for licensed electricians and licensed air conditioning professionals to come and help us install new air conditioners and rewire the entire building, and also plumbers, any licensed plumbers. Over here, this is the old dining hall. And so we're adding new columns for more support.
My goodness.
And so we have volunteers that are helping with that. We have volunteers that are helping with demo. If you want to come out and help, Monday through Friday next week, we'll be here. And so come out and help us. If you have a company that has a dumpster and you're willing to let us borrow the dumpster for a couple of days so we can, throw all the trash that we're, all the demo trash that we're taking down, please help us out. But we do need manpower. So if you're able to come out and help us, and you know how to use a hammer and some screwdrivers and sledgehammers and crowbars, come out and help us out. We'll be here Monday through Friday next week from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock every day, working on the old dining hall that we're going to convert into classrooms. So this would be a classroom that fits about 40 people here. And then we'll have another classroom over here that fits about 35 people on this side.
Oh my goodness.
And so we'll have some real nice classrooms with central AC and heat. We're going to have audio visual, some smart TVs going up on the walls. We'll have internet and Wi-Fi being donated by VTX1. So we do want to thank VTX1 for donating. They're going to help us wire all this so we can have the best internet. And then Mood, MOOD, communications company out of Harlingen. They're helping us wire the entire building for audio visual. So we want to thank the VTX Corporation, and we want to thank Mood also for donating their services and manpower and also the resources, the materials to be able to have a first-class facility for our kids here in the Valley. And so that's very exciting. We plan to have this ready by the end of the year. And so this will add more capacity so we can have indoor classrooms for teaching merit badges, having meetings, having get-togethers, campouts. Back here is going to be our audio-visual room and our mechanical room. There's where we'll keep all the everything that's AC, everything that's Wi-Fi, electrical will be in here. The old refrigerator, if you remember this big door,
Yes.
this in here will become a storage for the OA. And so they've already started moving their stuff in there.
Okay.
It's made out of concrete and plaster, so no rats or rodents will get in there. And this door, I think door 3, it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
There's
And
my
the
hand right here. That's how this door is. And this is how big the handle is. So it's
yeah, the video stopped.
Okay, can you see me? Can you see it now?
No, it's frozen.
Okay, let me.
There.
What about now?
And it's just blank right now.
Okay.
Black. Yeah.
Okay, well, the good thing, you saw most of the updates on the dining
Right.
hall.
Super.
And so, we do want some manpower out here next week, Monday through Friday. We've had about 3 to 4 volunteers every day coming out and helping, donate their time. They get here about 9 o'clock and stay about 5 o'clock. And so come out and join us, come be part of history, and let's leave this place better than what we found it. 97 years ago, volunteers and professionals came out here and made this building and kept it going for 97 years. Let's do the same thing for the next generation of families here in the Valley so they can come out and enjoy Camp Perry and create those memories with their kids and their families.
Good.
That's it, Mike.
All right. Well, I'd seen some folks out there wondering, working and wondered the objective in the classrooms are exciting to see them come about. And especially the rewiring and the work on the air conditioning system. So that's all exciting. Very exciting.
Yep. Again, if you're a chairman, please reach out to Mike Henry and give him the dates. I will be following up with all the chairmen, so please reach out to him before I call you, because we do need the dates.
Yes.
Like that, the units and the families can prepare their calendars. Every family is very busy with church and work and family activities. Please help us help the families that we serve by making sure that we have the calendar ready. Okay. And Mike is volunteering and doing that, putting all those dates and setting up the registrations for those activities. And he needs time also because, he also has a family. He also has church. He also has, grandkids. And so we want to make sure that Mr. Henry is spending time with the grandbabies, and we don't want him working 24 hours volunteering just to track down dates and times and information. So please help us so we can help the families that we're serving and we can give them the dates so they can program that into their calendars, but also some of the families need time to save money and to be able to pay for activities. So please help us so we can reach some of those families that do need a set a budget for activities and also time to be able to attend. So we do want to be able to help all the families, but please give Mr. Henry that information that he's requesting, dates and times and costs of those activities, so he's able to put it on the council website.
Rudy, I don't know if you
Rudy, I
noticed.
don't know if you noticed.
I'm getting feedback. Sorry.
I'm getting-
The web page is looking better now. I figured out some of the issues there and got it squared away.
I did. I went online for the calendar to join this meeting, and I did see that I don't have to zoom in or out anymore. It's now, I guess, mobile friendly. So,
Yes,
so thank you, Mike, for doing that. It's, a lot of people these days use their mobile devices and don't really use a computer, and so it does make it easier to be able to click on stuff on your phone and join meetings and look for information. So, thank you for
Sure.
your time on learning how that system works. And I guess, Mike, we can send out a message out to all the volunteers. If you're good with websites and the internet and Facebook and all that, reach out to Mr. Henry. He always needs help. You don't have to be in person. You can be virtually helping, maintain the website and helping put stories on our Facebook page. So please reach out to Mr. Henry and he'll set you up, to making sure that he shares the social media policies with you, and also all the different software that we use for the websites and social media platforms that we use as a.
I could use help also on the writing the articles that need to go into the
MailChimp.
to the MailChimp and those things. Writing them up is time consuming as well.
So if you're able to write stories for our email distribution list, for our council page or any stories on Facebook, please let Mike know. Even if it's an hour a week, he'll take that hour and make sure that you have something to do for that hour to help out with the website or email or our social media platforms. And again, you don't have to be in person. You can do that from home. Any place where you have internet that you're able to log in, you're able to help us with that.
We had 4 from Troop 4031 sign up for that web badge course, Rudy.
What was that, Mike? I can hear you.
Oh, okay. There was 4 from Troop 4031 signed up for the wood badge course.
Great. Well, I think that we'll end up with 50 people. We still have about 3 weeks left.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So hopefully, more people sign up for wood badge. Those are great leadership skills that you can use at work, at church, at home with the family. And so it's the same kind of leadership training that the Fortune 500 companies send their employees to. The only thing is it's thousands of dollars to do one of those. And here
Yes.
we're able to take the price down because we get donations and people help out. We had one volunteer that's an educator, and he went up to Austin for training, and he came back surprised because all the training that he went to go take in Austin for his he's a professional educator. was a lot of stuff that he learned in wood badge. And so he said, Rudy, we paid thousands of dollars to go take that training, but it was exactly almost the same thing like the wood badge. And so now he's talking to the school administrators to be able to send, hopefully in the future, send some school administrators to come and take wood badge. So we'll see how that goes, and maybe for the next wood badge, we'll have some educators from our local school districts taking some of that those trainings.
Yeah, I was a principal at one of the local high school, junior high schools here in McAllen. I know was a wood badge trained. It surprised me to find out that this person was. So they brag about it. You know, it's a good course. Rudy, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, March 21st is a Wednesday. March 1st is a Wednesday. Is that right?
Let me check. March 1st is a Wednesday, and
So
March 4th is the will be
4th is the
council.
date of the banquet.
Yes.
Okay. The 4th. All right. Okay. I'm changing the calendar here.
If you can send out, Mike, if you can send out the just the applications again, email and social media, like that, we can have some more nominations for Silver Beaver and for Spark Plug Awards and Vale la Pena and Paisano and all those awards.
Okay. We're limited to one Silver Beaver because of the 55 units.
Right.
There was talk among the committee that we wouldn't award one this year to save them for the next year, but with the extra time, maybe we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need this year's our year to kind of get back into normal things and just getting back into those, activities that we would do normally every year. I think that's going to help everybody get back to normal on a lot of the programming that we're doing.
Let me redo the flyer too. How many days do we need lead time for the end date to register?
I would let me look at the calendar one more time. I think if we by the 2nd, March the 2nd, that'll give us enough time to, on Friday, go get all the food.
Okay.
But I think, we just had a lot of units were looking for charter partners. A lot of everybody's trying to get back to normal, recharter. So we just had a lot on our plate. So I think just an extra week or two will help units gather up, monies to pay for the council banquet and also to submit their nominations.
Okay. Okay, about time to get everybody starting to come back in. Save that. Now get out of it here. All right. Patty's coming back. Okay.
I came back.
All right.
We came back.
I'll be coming back here. Didn't give much warning, but that's all right. We told them 7:50.
Yeah, it's the time's running out on them.
Yeah.
Okay, Patty, do you have a idea about the attendance?
Yes. Yes, I have it ready.
Okay, great. Okay.
Patty, just an FYI, sorry, I'm on my phone, so I didn't get a chance to rename my avatar or my
Okay.
My,
What's your
header. It's with Troop 4031. I'm with Mike Huerta.
okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome back. I appreciate everybody being here. We'll go ahead and get started with the rest of the agenda here. Let me show you that we indeed do have an agenda. The first thing on it is the attendance recognition. So Patty, do you have a roundtable attendance recognition?
Oh, yes, I do. And like I said, those chachos don't want to leave back 500 again with perfect attendance.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right. Well, congratulations, folks. Appreciate you being here, and apparently it's important for them because they do keep coming back. So let folks know that this the roundtables for you folks, and hopefully we can keep providing information. And if you're interested in being part of the committee that puts on the roundtables, please let me know, and we'll get that going. The next step up is the training and advancements. And I see Roger Mantoni's out here, and Michael Hall. You guys, go for it.
We are working on a committee right now to do some DEI training, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so if there's people that have special skills out there that would like to be part of the input in this committee, the idea is to prepare our council better for the folks that are doing the training with the kids, as well as a greater awareness. And so I know there's some of you out there that have some skills. If you'd like to be part of that committee, please let me know, because we want to put on a presentation to the volunteers of the council. And it's an area that I have some knowledge, but I'm certainly not an expert. So I'm looking for other folks to help me out. Our training that was planned for this weekend has been rescheduled for May. I think partly due to the cold weather, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, we needed more people than we were able to get signed up for this weekend. So we're going to do it later. Soon to come up, we have some specialized Cub Scout training, and I'm going to have Michael Hall talk about that. But more excitingly, I'm going to have him talk about the Wood Badge and all the great things that are coming up on it. So take it away, Mike.
All right, so everybody knows about Wood Badge. We made a course, and everything like that, so we're good to go. It's never too late to register. All right, we could have up to 48 participants. So get your seat while it's hot, because you do not want to miss this course. This is going to be a pretty good course with us, with Rio Grande Council and South Texas Council combining, because you're going to miss out a lot of networking with other people and all the great leaders and different people training around you too. So a lot of good advice, a lot of good information going through the channels with this course. So please, this is one of the courses you do not want to miss. So if you have time, please go ahead and sign up. I knew there was a couple of scholarships thrown out. I had one going out for a while. I think I have up to tomorrow. With the, if you sign up by tomorrow, Friday, there's a $50 deposit, $50 off. I'll pay $50 for that course. So if you just pay the rest, it was $240, and it'd be a $50 discount if you register by tomorrow. That's Wood Badge. That's, they just say that I can't say anything. Everybody's saying so much about this course because it's a very special course, and this is going to be one of the unique ones because we're the two councils. So please don't hesitate to sign up. All right.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Mike, real quick, one of the questions has been, where is it going to be? Can you tell the audience where it's going to be held?
Yes, the first weekend, it's going to be held at Camp K up in Lake Corpus Christi. That's on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The second portion of the course would be in April, would be here at Camp Perry. And if you haven't been to Camp K or you heard about Camp K, that's a nice camp out there. It's pretty nice. They got a lot of stuff. They're doing a lot of upgrades in that camp too. So it's pretty neat to go out to a different camp and see what's out there if you haven't been out there. So it's pretty nice out there.
For those traveling up to Camp Karankawa, they will provide the opportunity for you just to come up the night before, so you don't have to drive up early that morning. With it being foggy lately, it's probably a better idea to go up there and camp the night before.
Yeah, it takes about from McAllen going up there. It took me 2.5 hours to reach there. So if you're coming from Brownsville, it'll probably take about 3.5 hours. So if you want to travel Thursday night, go up there, spend the night, and start the course there Friday morning, they will have a spot there for you guys to camp out to get there early. And I believe they're going to have probably snacks and food for you guys out there, so you guys won't starve or anything like that. So we should be pretty good.
Okay. Mr. Henry, it's been counting here with the chachos. That's why we have always asked you to please put your number as soon as you enter the meeting. If you come after the break rooms, also let me know. If not, I'll miss you. It seems that it was 1065 with 5 members. So sorry, PAC 500 that win the chachos this time.
Yay.
That's great. All right.
Uh,
So
we have blue training coming up, I believe February 17th to 19th, 17th to the 18th. For your Cub Scouts, blue registration is up. So if you need someone to be blue training, please go ahead and register for that training. It's on the February 17th.
I want to make sure it's up there. Yeah, there it is. It's on the calendar.
Yep, February 17th out there. It's an overnight, so if you get there, we can start training that night, Friday night, and move on to Saturday. So if you do not have a person that's blue training in your pack, you cannot go camping. So make sure you have someone that is training in your pack that's blue, or maybe have more than one person, because if someone gets sick, then you guys can't camp. So please attend this training. It's a fun training. They have great trainers that help you out with this training. So please take that course too. That's a great course. I think that's it
Right.
so far,
Very
right?
good. So we're cooking. There's opportunities out there. Let's see here. Wood batch course, popcorn. Francisco's not here. I know that last time I checked, there was still a little bit of corn at the council office. If you still need some, and we are still trying to rebuild the district committee development. Our goal is to have activities like the camporee for each district. Or combined districts start happening again like they used to, but we need leadership coming from the community to build the district committees. I didn't see Oscar here. I don't know if there's any updates on the National Jamboree or not, but we'll give that an opportunity if anybody's interested in saying something about that. Don't see Oscar. Something
We
coming up
do-
is, go ahead.
For the Jamboree, we do have a waiting list. So please make sure that you reach out to Oscar Garza to, if you do want to attend, let him know. He'll put you on the waiting list, but we do have a waiting list about, I would say about 12, 15 people that are still waiting to be part of the contingency. And so we had one scout that already had to cancel, and one more took his place. Every year, every Jamboree that happens. So please don't get discouraged, because people do cancel for many reasons. And so please get on the waiting list, and like that, you're able to attend. Now, the other option you have is they're looking for volunteers. You won't go with the council troop, but you can go up there and volunteer to help out at the Jamboree. And while you're there, you can go visit the council troop and go see what they're doing. But they do need volunteers. And so please go to the website. There's a list of all the openings if you want to volunteer to help out at the Jamboree.
Yes, sir. And they do need them. I see that security is one that they're working real hard on. And they need help in security in many of the other areas as well. So,
Rudy, did I hear that there was 15,000 youth that are already planned to attend this time?
That's correct. And so the list keeps growing, and you'll go and create some great memories. I went when I was about, I think, 15 years old, and that was one of the best memories I have, is going to the Jamboree. And some of those kids that I went to as a youth, we're still friends. 30 years later, we're still friends, and we keep in touch with each other. And so you'll make those kind of friendships on one of those Jamboree experiences.
all righty. something coming up again is the International Camporee is scheduled for September 15th through the 17th. Tony Garza is the chairman, and I'm sure he's looking for help. One of the things that they're working on is he sent out information about the opportunity for a youth to develop the patch for the International Camporee. So that's out there. You contact Tony for more information about that. Patty, commissioners.
Like we've been talking, please keep on with your recharter. For units that have not done it, give us a call if you need help with anything. And if you're interested in becoming a commissioner or know of someone, please reach out to us. We will be helping you. Thank you.
Rudy, you still there?
I'm still here.
There's a question about the camping and background checks. You want to address that? Maybe let Molly ask the question and you address it.
Yes.
Thank you. So my question is this: for an adult leader to participate, I need clarification. They have to have a background check and an adult application, but for them to go camping, that background check that's on the event, on the papers on the event, gets turned in on Friday. Does that actually go through an actual background check?
What are you, is this a unit level or is this, what are you talking about? Going
Okay.
out of council, unit level?
No, unit level, council level. So anytime we have a council event, powwow, camporee, it says for the adult application, it says adult background, adult application. Those are done and turned in there at the office at camp, right? Do those actually go through a background check?
Those, are they registered with the unit or are they just participating for that day?
That's where I want the clarification. So let's
that's the question I'm asking is,
yeah,
are they,
let's
are
put
they
the scenario,
participating?
let's put the scenario that they're going for the weekend.
Okay,
That they're not registered adults with the unit. They're parents who have children in the unit. They don't have a leadership position, but they want to go camping. So that application that you have on the council website, is that an actual background check?
yeah, so for council events, the way that works, the unit leaders, the adults have to submit that way in advance. Okay, you shouldn't be showing up to camp and submitting that here at the camp, and then also we have parents that show up without YPTs and we got to set up computers. Please help us,
No, it's not really YPT. They have their YPT. I'm talking about the background check that gets turned in on Friday.
That's what I mentioned. You got to submit that at least a week in advance to give us time to run those background checks. So don't show up the day of the event saying, "Oh, by the way, these parents are going to stay here." That puts a lot of stress on the volunteers that are running those activities, and it's not fair to show up with a bunch of parents that are not even registered and they're going to stay over.
No, I don't even allow my parents to go camping if they don't have an actual adult application that goes through the process of the paid application they send to you. I'm getting pushback from parents who say, here's the application council is putting up, for example, for powwow. It's here. I filled it out. I'm turning it in. Because on your website, it doesn't say it has to be turned in a week in advance.
Okay, Mike, go ahead and put that so they understand it has to be at least a week in advance.
Yeah, I don't let them go camping unless with us, with my troop, with my girls, unless they have an adult application that's gone through your office, not through the camp office. I just want that clarification so that I can say, council says you can't go camping without a valid background check.
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct. And
Okay.
again, we've had that question with unit camping also, or out of council camping, or just any activity.
Right.
Adults that are, even if they're 18 years old, now they're considered adults. Make sure that all the units are submitting applications and we're running background checks on people. I just had a unit that's a law enforcement unit, and I got something back, and I had to go meet with the captain and let him know that that something popped up on a police officer. Says don't just because someone tells you that, hey, I have a clean record, or I'm just going there for a couple of hours. Please don't take that risk. Please submit it. We're going to run a local check, and then we're going to run a national check. Okay, so please, and then also check with your charter partner. Every charter partner has different guidelines when you're working with youth members. I know the Catholic Church has certain guidelines. I know the Methodists, the Presbyterians, the Baptists, they all have different trainings that you have to go through. And so please also check with your charter partner and make sure that you're following those policies that they have in place.
Yeah, and that's another question I wanted clarified. So our charter organization wants all of our parents to be submit an adult application to the council because of the background check. They want them to all be YPT trained, and then they're asking for them to take a youth protection training either at their church or at our church. I want to enforce that, and again, I'm getting pushback because that's not.
We're going to support the charter partner. So if that's a requirement from the charter partner, then the parents have to follow the policies that the charter partner has. If there is a parent that does not want to do that, please send me an email, and there'll be a official communication from the council directly to that adult.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Very good. Okay. Any other updates, Rudy? We're at the time when it's your turn to give a council update if you like, or we can close out. It's about 8:10. We normally say we'll run till about 8:15. Any final comments from anybody?
Just one thing, Mike. Training is very important. Lately, Roger Mantoni and the training team have to postpone some of the trainings. If you don't know who's trained in your unit, let Mike Henry know. He can run a report, and he will tell you every adult that's in your unit who's not trained. Okay, he can pull that, or Patty Garcia can pull that report. Please look at that report, and if they're not trained, please send them to those trainings that Roger Mantoni and the training team are putting on. Every kid should have a trained leader working with them directly. If not, there's going to be YPT issues. There's going to be program issues. People are going to get in accidents. And so please make sure that those trainings are being put on by Roger and his team. Lately, they've been postponing and changing the dates because no one signs up for those. And so we want to keep offering that, but we need the unit leadership to promote that at the unit level. And even if you have parents that are not registered, but they want to, learn a little bit more about scouting, send them to those trainings. Sometimes when they go to those trainings, they get excited and they say, you know what? I thought it was going to be harder. You know what? I want to help out. And so please send them to the trainings. And also, if you have parents and leaders that want to go to the trainings, but they don't have the money, let Roger know. There's, scholarships there also for trainings. But we do want to make sure that all of our parents are delivering a first-class scouting experience to every kid that they're working with. We don't want, the kids here in the Rio Grande Valley getting a watered-down program. And so we want to make sure that everyone's trained, and that if there's anything that the council can do to support any kind of training. I know Roger has gone directly to units. He's driven an hour or so to go put on a training in person. So Roger, I think would be willing to do that if you have, more than 5 parents that need trainings.
Something coming up is summer camp. The dates for summer camp staff will be June the 26th through the 30th. There'll be 2 weeks, the following 2 weeks, July 1st through 3rd through 7th, and then the 10th through 14th is week 2. That'll be coming to the camp-perry.org website, and it'll be on our registration calendar soon.
Mike, and if someone wants to be on staff, what's the process there? If troops have, or venture crews or explorers want to go and work summer camp, or adults?
The count-perry.org has an application on it to be filled out and sent into the council office. Once we have that, we'll put together an interview. All staff will be interviewed, and there'll be a week of training before camp. And we need staff to make it a fun activity for them.
And so they can start signing up right now, correct? They can say, hey, I want to have an interview for.
Right, it's on the camp-perry.org website.
Just for clarification, I just want to make sure, so the banquet has been moved to March the 4th, correct? That's the first Saturday of the month?
Mhm.
Okay, and they're asking for how much is gonna be the price of the tickets?
But I did put that in the chat. Let me put it in there again.
I think it's 25 for the adult and 15 for the Scout or Eagle.
Okay,
Yeah, 25 per adult, 25 per Eagle sponsor, $15 per Scout, and 2,500 to sponsor the event.
So,
thank you.
Rudy, I have a quick question. Maybe you can assist me. I have a parent that purchased ticket. I'm one of them, and then one of the other parents that now that it's moved and we can't attend, is there going to be reimbursements, or because I'm sure they're going to ask me?
Yes, we will reimburse for those volunteers and scouts that are not able to change due to the new date.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let them know. Thank you.
Well, we don't
Mike?
have, yes.
The one thing for those folks that like to go fishing, April 29th, it's the last Saturday of the month. We'll be over Laguna Station having another fishing tournament. So get your rods and reels ready and sharpen up your fillet knives. Come on out if you can. We've invited folks from all over the National Service Territory 7 to join us. So we may have some out of council scouts this year. Make it a little more interesting. At any rate, put that one on the calendar. There was a question about where do I buy the training calendar? And if you look on the website, you'll find the council calendar, and you should find training there too, if you look.
He doesn't know. He's gonna ask my phone.
I haven't checked the calendar today, but is that April 29th fishing event posted?
No.
Do they have a date for the Derby?
We have a date, but the committee is still working out all the rules. And everything like that. In fact, we're having a Zoom meeting at 8:30 if you want to join us. No, I've already set up an invitation, but yeah, it's the date's firm. There's some other things that are still being worked out, but plan on that date. And if it rains, we'll have another date. Oh, and also bring a buddy. There'll be a great opportunity for membership improvement to, get more kids involved.
Has the Camporee date been official yet or not yet? No, we're still
No. If I hear about it, it goes on the calendar, but not getting any reply back is hard to make up a date for them.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, Mike.
This is it's not really a question, but it's more of a request to speak to Rudy at a later time. Sir, myself, along with some of the leaders throughout the council, are in the planning stages of hosting an MBU. I had sent you an email earlier, and earlier, I would say late last week, in regards to talking to you about posting one up for the council. What originally started as a unit MBU kind of grew into a district MBU, and then with the amount of response that we got, we want to host a council-wide MBU, and we were looking to host it on March 4th, and that's the date we were shooting for. But I know the council dinner's been pushed back. But when you have a chance, can we speak maybe about hosting one, what we need to do to make it official, and then possibly get access to post it out into the double knot system?
Let's talk and let's put a budget together, because that's the council board will have to vote on that and add that to the budget. That's not one of the current activities that's on the budget. And so it does need council board approval. And so we'll talk and put a budget together and make sure that that we have the money and the resources to be able to cover all the expenses, and then make sure that the facility that we're going to have it at, that it does have the insurance coverage that BSA requires. So there are a lot of things that we have to look at, and so we'll make sure that all that's in place.
We have some leads already. We kind of been discussing it amongst ourselves. But as I mentioned, we didn't want to do this without council acknowledgement, which is why we're formally asking tonight. But yeah, whenever you have a chance, whenever you're free, just let me know. That way we can speak. We're actually gonna have a Zoom meeting after this to kind of discuss, when we might choose an alternate date or decide what date we're shooting for. And then from there, if you want to give us input, we'd be happy to host you and talk to you about it.
Well, first, send me who's on the committee, and I got to share that with the council program chairman. Okay, and
Okay.
we need to see who's helping out and who's going to represent the council. Because anytime that there's a council event, we want to make sure that the people that are running those activities understand that they represent the council at all times when they're doing that.
Well, they're all here in this room right now.
Okay, well, that's good. And we'll, like I said, we'll look at the staff, the budget, and make sure that it's something that the council has the ability to put on right now.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, we'll talk a little bit more, and I'll get the details from you, and we'll move forward from there.
I'll send you an email tonight just listing kind of what we've decided or what we've been talking about, and then the individuals that are helping host this.
Right now, and for everybody that's on here, if those people that are volunteering for that activity and those units, make sure that they're recharter. Okay, I'll have that conversation with Mike if all the units are recharter. Otherwise, there is no conversation if people are not even registered. And I mean, Patty told you how many units are still not rechartered, Patty? Like 30 something units?
33.
33 out of how many?
55.
55. So that's, that's the priority right now. And so we're going to be working on trying to bring all that in. So if Ruby and myself and some of the commissioners are not responding quickly, it's because we got to get those units in before we have any kind of activities or any kind of conversations on anything else. Because if people are not registered, then we're not running background checks. They're not covered by the insurance. So let's make sure if you are going to help run activities, you're also helping bring in those units that are not in, especially if it's your unit and they're not rechartered. Please work with your leadership to bring that unit in so they can be rechartered.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 8:22. We've gone over a little bit. We'll go ahead and offer a closing. Would someone volunteer to close with a prayer, please? Okay. Joel's not with us. I guess he's busy. Okay. Please join me in prayer to our Lord. Lord, thank you for the opportunity for us to gather together to move forward on scouting and to be prepared to present a proper program for our youth that we are so involved with. Thank you, Lord, for this opportunity, and thank you for our health. Be with us until we meet again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And good night.
Amen.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Troop 4031.
Wood badge training.
Sorry, I can't figure out. Now I see it, how to leave. It's so different.
Okay.
It's so hard for
Thank,
me to see how to go
oh,
to breakout rooms and back. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Patty, I've got something going on next Thursday. I'm not sure I'll be available for the commissioner meeting.
Okay, sure, no problem. They asked me to give a presentation for the Wood Badge on the Saturday, the weekend of that you all gonna be here. They Mike just sent me the part, so maybe I will be checking with you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Did you receive my message with the YouTube?
Yes, I did. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but yes,
Look at it. It's I liked it, but just go to minute 5:15.